All right, now this will be the last video today. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was basically I wanted to talk about the mystery or the mystery in the world as an idea, as a general idea in the world, and I wanted to talk about it because I can cover a lot of content when talking about mystery in the world. When I was, and that's where I came to when I was thinking of all that Latin race stuff. All I thought was like mystery. Even Pirates of the Caribbean 1, I thought it was an incredible story, an incredible movie. Those guys, the Commodores they called them, which was the British Navy. And then they had pirates, and then they had if you remember, it was the cursed Aztec gold, the gold of Cortez. You know what I mean? Like that was in Pirates of the Caribbean 1, like the gold of Cortez and all that stuff. And I've watched that movie many times. I've enjoyed watching it just even on DVD or whatever. But yeah, like I said, very cool movie. How true is that? It's very true. Okay, first of all, before I get to that, I want to talk about in general. You know what? There's a lot. Our world is left to so much mystery that we've never realized. There are people who say this world has no mystery in it. Absolutely not. Now, you tell me from what perspective. There's two perspectives mainly. Okay, you come at me from the scientific perspective. There's no mystery in this world. Okay, science is so far advanced. We know everything about everything. All right, that's wrong. Okay, first of all, when it comes to even just animal species on this planet, okay, scientifically, and it's very commonly known and agreed that we may only know about maybe 15 to 20% of the total species on this planet. Okay, there's a lot of, listen, even in Brazil, even in South America, even in all of this world, we have so much space that's just like we got like millions of hectares of jungle. We don't even know we don't even know, dude, you don't even know the dirt in that jungle. You don't even know what kind of species exist in there. Scientifically, science will tell you that science will tell you that we have zero knowledge of anything outside of this planet. And when it comes to this planet in particular, we have very little knowledge. Okay. Now, the second perspective mainly, which would say we know everything, is a religious perspective. Listen, God gave us books. Okay. He had prophets that delivered books to us. Now we read these books. Everything is 100% fact, and all the answers are in the book. There's actually people who say that. And I truly believe that maybe only about 85% of them I would say 85% of them does not believe that. Like maybe only 15% of them actually believe that. And they're not like the people who are advanced in there. The people who believe it are typically sometimes, just like people growing up with just not knowing anything about anything. You know what I mean? Nobody actually literally believes that stuff. You hear about saving all the animals and the human race in the world. The whole world is flooded, everybody dies, but this guy builds a boat by his hand with wood and survives in a time where people were building pyramids. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, that's the only thing I'll talk about. I don't want, it's very, very bad to insult religion. I don't want to insult it, but all I want to say is from a religious perspective, even then, your book is this big, okay? There's like millions of science books to this day, and they claim that they only have a small portion of knowledge of this planet. So how can your book this small and this thick cover everything in the world? You haven't even listed like the main species of animals. Like you don't even have stuff. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. Win every time. But anyways, those are the two main perspectives. Okay, and both of the perspectives are against each other because science always says science accepts commonly and mainly science accepts that the theory of evolution, that we came from apes, okay? Religion says that God created Adam and Eve, and Satan was a serpent who tricked Adam into eating an apple. You know what I mean? So they typically do not agree on anything, and they're very, they're like this, like fish that swim this way. Okay, and both of them are just as official as the others. Because I would say probably half of the world will go with one and half of the world will go with the other. I would go with neither, but I still, I'm not knocking anybody. I just typically won't go with either of them. Now, back to the mystery point. This world is so mysterious, man. People don't even want to tell you stuff. When somebody finds out a scientific fact or does research, and they submit, like, let's say they did 8 or 9 years of research in a jungle. Let's say in a rainforest or something. Typically, scientists will not, especially very educated scientists, they will not disclose 100% of their reports. They will disclose about 5 to 6% of their reports, and that knowledge will be kept like on the low within the science world among scientists. That's how it works. Now, so I got that into. All I'm trying to say is the world is so mysterious. You know what I mean? But the thing is that creates a respect for mystery. You know what I mean? You start respecting these levels of mystery around the planet. Somebody, look, I've talked about the Latin race. If somebody came to me and said, I'm from the Chinese race or an Oriental race or whatever, and I'm Chinese, and this is my origin. I don't really know about samurai is Japanese, so I don't know that much. But he might say, this is my origin. We used to do this. The Mongols used to invade us. We created the Great Wall. Blah 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 blah. Blah, right? Chinese people will say things like that, right? Or some Chinese person might say that to me, and I'm not gonna knock them. And at the same time, I'm not gonna say, hey, you Chinese person, tell me every little thing about yourself. You must tell me everything about yourself. It's gonna be like, dude, go fuck off and go fuck yourself. You're an idiot. You know what I mean? You're gonna tell me you're an idiot. Why the fuck am I gonna tell you all about my people and all about our? Go fuck yourself. And I would say the same thing to him. I just leave it in mystery. Now, I know what I know. I know certain things, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you see, you can still see it light up, eh? So, I got certain, actual features and actual things to show, like the vampire teeth and everything. And I got real stuff that actually, I use it as okay, this is kind of like obvious that I'm this from that. But I understand leaving things in some mystery. Listen, you don't realize, till you travel to other places, you don't realize how mysterious the world is and how little you know about it. I went to Havana, Cuba. I went to Veradero. And I will tell you right now. Anyways, look, I'm not going to get into the mystery of specific places. But, we respect mystery so much. You know what I mean? You got people who claim, the Freemasons, they claim that they were the stonemasons that built the pyramid and that they were slaves and now they've been freed. Who really believes that, though? Do you really believe it? Because I went to when I was in 3rd grade, we went to an ancient Egypt exhibition at the Royal Museum, and there was no mention of Freemason. We did an entire unit on it in 3rd grade, and that kind of incited me or inspired me to go study on my own at the time, and I studied it. I never heard anything about Freemasons. So if you were officially one of the slaves, why aren't you in official history? What does that mean? That means one of two things. Look, the Freemasons have made a claim that's against historical fact, number one. Number two, the Freemasons are legit enough in their world and secretive enough to maintain that among themselves and to maintain that theory amongst the world. You know what? I've said everything I've had to say. Kind of impressed myself there at the end. That was quite brilliant. But I'm done. This is not a fire video, but it's quite brilliant.